So we've just arrived at the 2024 Japan Motorcycle Show. It's just open now, there's already quite a lot of bikes here. We're just going to walk out to the main area now, go inside and have a look at the new bikes. So we'll just follow the crowd over here. This is the main entrance, just inside the building now. We're just heading into where we give out the tickets. This is the ticket here. So just over here we have the Honda stand. Now that I've got the camera on the selfie stick, I can rise it up a little bit higher. There's two booths in this whole exhibition which is the most popular for the crowds by far. One is the Honda exhibition here, and number two is the Jaca stand. That's what I've noticed today. Thank you. GB250, Honda Grom. Let's see what else is over here. The NX. CBR 600 RR. Yeah, we have over here the African Twin. This is the new 2024 model. The DAX, Honda DAX 125cc. This is the new 224. It has the E-clutch fitted to the bike. Let's see if we can have a good look at, it's quite different. The engine design here and the E-clutch system, it's quite different here in the design frame area. The exhaust looks really nice, a polished chrome exhaust system on here, 4-cylinder, and very smart LED front lighting here. So this is the first model with the E-clutch that's been installed. This is the 650R. This is a cutaway view of the same motor. So you can see the E-clutch up here with the gearing system down here, how it works. It's quite, it has how many? Four main sprockets here driving the E-clutch. And the configuration's in a 650 motor. So this is Honda's e-bike here. It's called an E1M. It's a scooter, and it has a really tiny battery, so the range is pretty limited. And yeah, this is what it looks like here. This is the Honda SCE, the e-bike version scooter. Has an LCD frame, the LCD screen, and the battery basically goes under the seat compartment. The drive is traditional scooter drive, so it uses the normal scooter technology there. And this is a lower end version of the electric scooter. The idea of this bike is just to use it as a commuting bike or going to work, but it's not a particularly exciting bike to look at. We'll just go for a quick walk. So we've got the Royal Enfield, followed by Honda. Down here we have the Indian exhibition. It's interesting how they've gone from the old traditional style of cruising type, and then on the other side here we have this full sports version Indian, which I think looks absolutely amazing. Beautiful frame design, uses the Öhlins suspension, Brembo brakes. And it's an excellent looking bike. And this is their large Roadmaster. The Roadmaster Dark Horse it's called. And it's as big as a horse as well. Look at the size of it. I have the BMW here. This is the Trophy, the GS Trophy model, new for 2024. This is the new version of the F900. It's in the new colours for this year. It's quite an attractive looking bike. The front looks nice. Screen's really good. It's got a sloping up front on the screen, so you get good airflow over your head, over the top of your head. This is BMW's new electric bike. It's called the CE02 or 02. There's two ways of looking at this. One is that it's completely hideous, and the other way is that it's a retro model. It looks like a Honda Monkey or the Honda Dax bike. It's quite, I don't know, interesting is the word. I don't like this bar underneath here. Just sort of sticks out. I don't think that part of the design's very attractive. I'm not sure why that's there. It has looks like a normal peg here for sitting down. I'm not sure what this front one's used for. It may be just here for the show, I don't know. So this has a belt drive system, and their brake rear disc has a one pot caliper rear disc. Front is single pot, double piston, 220mm front rotor for the braking. This is the new model, the BMW R12. So in this new colour scheme, this one's in the gold and silver. Looks really nice. Double exhaust system. So this is new for 2024 as well. It's quite an attractive bike from the side and also from the front as well. Minimal screen, so it's maybe good for summer cruising, I think. This is the Suzuki section down here. This is the new Suzuki, the 8S model. It's quite a nice bike for 2024. Seat height, it's excellent. Very low down. It's a very easy bike to ride. The front looks absolutely sensational. The LED lighting for the high and low beam. It's an excellent design on this particular bike. Over here we have the GT, the GSX S GT model. It's in the traditional Suzuki blue with the blue powder-coated wheels. It looks excellent. The LCD screen on the front looks excellent as well. Yeah, TFT, sorry. Fully programmable. It has Bluetooth control, so you can customize the settings on this particular model. Suzuki Jaca. A very small, lightweight model. Very good for commuting, this bike. Short touring and commuting. 250cc. This is the Suzuki 800, the DF800. It's an excellent looking bike. This one is in the dark silver with the gold wheels. This has become quite a popular adventure style bike, and it's reasonably lightweight. It's a two-cylinder, so it's a good trade-off between power to weight, so it's not too heavy. So for a lighter rider, this is an excellent bike, and over long distances as well. So I think it's a good combination. And the forks themselves and the front wheel, it's very lightweight, so easy to maneuver. And it does have double rotors on the front, So its stopping power is excellent. So for highway use and something suddenly comes out in front of you, it can really pull up nicely. So I think this is quite a nicely well-designed bike. We'll just head through the Benelli stand here. So now we have one of my favourite stands. We have Benelli, and that brings back good memories for me, the Benelli bikes. And they've come an absolute long way, the Benellis. So have an excellent looking adventure bike here in the Benelli. It's very similar to the Triumph in size. It's very low down seat here. I'll just see if I can see how high the seat is here. It's 830 millimeters, so it's actually an excellent seat. Let's have a look at this model. So this is the same version. It has the pannier cases on it, and it's in the white, obviously, but basically the same. So it's very, very similar to the Triumph adventure style bike as well. This is in the Italian Benelli model. Over here we have a model which I haven't seen before. This is a very tiny 125cc Benelli. So this would be an ideal commuting bike. It's very lightweight, and the styling looks excellent for this bike. It looks very smart, the design. It's a single pot caliper at the back. Looks very smart from the front as well. It's about $3,000. Another model of Benelli. This is not a sports bike, but a cruising bike. This looks an excellent design as well. So this Benelli here is a 125cc bike, and you're looking at a price of about $3,000. It's very stylish in design. It's single cylinder, of course, but absolutely fantastic colour scheme. It's a water-cooled bike, and it's again very simple. So for commuting to work, this is an excellent bike. Has a 4-pot rear disc. Rear caliper and disc, and at the front is a single rotor, looks like a 320 millimeter, and double pot brake as well. So for the price, I think it's excellent. The Benelli, this is a 400cc Benelli here. So this is a retro, new model, brand new, but retro bike. It looks very similar. It's a scaled up version of the Royal Enfield. Same sort of seat configuration. Front wheel looks like it's a 19-inch. So this 400cc is about $5,000, and it's a single cylinder. So I would say that this is very similar to the Yamaha SR400 in displacement, but obviously the volume, the size, it's quite a large bike. So this is excellent if you have a passenger. And again, you could use this as a commuting bike, although it is a little bit big.
ットをプレゼント中です。そして、マイヤマハモーターウェブ公式 X アカウントには、フォロー&リポストキャンペーンを実施中です。固定ポストをリポストしていただいたお客様に、モデルロゴステッカーを1枚プレゼントさせていただいています。皆さんのお気に入りの1枚をぜひお持ち帰りください。ヤマハブース内の車両はタッチ&トライ可能となっておりますので、どうぞ皆様実際に触ってまた取ってご体験いただきたいと思います。それではこの後もお時間の許す限りごゆっくりとヤマハブースにてお楽しみください。
Over here we have the Yamaha stand. Basically Yamaha really haven't changed their models that much this year. They've just given them a new face, but that's about all. Engine design's the same. Still the 2-cylinder and 3-cylinder configurations. The MT-09, its engine's used in a lot of different configurations. It still remains one of the most popular bikes in the Yamaha engine range. And then of course this is the popular scooter, the famous T-Max, which is the large displacement bike, scooter, 500cc. This is the MT 125. So these are becoming very popular now in Japan, the 125 style bikes. Again, this is a water-cooled bike, not unsimilar to the Benelli that we saw earlier. It's very simple. So this is the same engine that's used in the XSR 125. And speaking of which, this is the XSR 125. Again, this has been a very popular bike, end of last year and beginning of this year. Its price is very reasonable. Seat height is a little bit high for beginners, but engine displacement is quite good for a beginner as well. And of course this is the Tracer GT, uses again the same 3-cylinder engine that's used in the XSR 900 and the MT 09. Here's a version of the XSR 125 in the silver. It's quite a good looking bike considering it's only a 125. The size of it is actually good. Size of it is around a 250. And this has a bikini fairing at the front as well as a mono seat at the rear. So it's like a cafe racer style. So again, this is a very popular bike. So this is the GP XSR 900. This has already been released in Europe. So it uses the same engine as the XSR 900, and they've used the old style Yamaha racing colours and the actual bikini fairing at the front. And this one has the optional lower fairing at the bottom, the lower cowling. So it's an excellent smart retro bike. It reminds me of the old 500, RZ 500, the triple cylinder two-stroke motorcycles in the same colour scheme back in the 80s. So they've done an excellent job of making this look like a retro bike. And I think in Europe this is becoming a very, very popular bike indeed. The front of it looks absolutely sensational with a very small, simplistic headlight arrangement. And even the design with the handlebars and the side mirrors look absolutely phenomenal. This is another colour scheme over here. I'll just see if I can get through the people. So this is more traditional in the Yamaha red. Yeah, so this is the second most popular stand here is the Ducati stand. This looks nice. The headlights at the front are sensational in these. Looks fantastic. So here we have the Scramblers, Ducati Scrambler. There's a yellow and blue side by side, or purple colour. These are a very popular bike. Again, is an entry level for a medium beginner. The seat height is very reasonable on the Scramblers and the weight is very reasonable. So this is the Ducati adventure bike, and that's very similar to the Benelli that we also saw, and the African Twin. So again, this is very popular in design style these days. This one has the spoke wheels, which makes it a better ride for bumpy roads. And an off-spin of the Bengali with the interesting green that they've actually done. It looks like a Benelli actually. We'll do a quick walk through the Harley-Davidson section. Harley-Davidsons really aren't for me, but some people like them. This is the HEV, the hybrid Ninja 7. So this is the new style. It's a battery and gasoline engine. I'll be taking it for a test ride in the next month or so. So I'll give you my feedback on what it's like. So over here we have the Meguro Kawasaki, which is based on the 800cc bike. So the Meguro was the first Kawasaki that was made back in the late 1930s. So they've remade the bike with the Meguro name, and because of that it adds another $1,000 to the price. Basically, it's like the W800. It's the same basically design. This particular model of the Meguro is the 170cc. So there's an 800cc version and a 170cc. So this one will become popular, I think, in this year. This is the Ninja 600cc Ninja. This is the racing version. ZX6R. So this is the W800. So this particular model, the Meguro that we looked at before was the 175. Then there's a W800, then there's the Meguro 800, which is exactly the same engine as this 800 with the Meguro branding on it. There is no Meguro here today, unfortunately. No Meguro 800. Japanese self-defense forces here. They've got all their bikes that they use. The military police, the MPs. It's a military police bike. So over here we have the Triumph. This one's the Street Triple RS. This is a very popular bike. It's around $12,000. This year, basically it's the same as what's been released last year. They just have a more variety of colours. We have the Tiger 900, which again looks like the Benelli and the other bikes that we saw in the Ducati range as well. This is quite a popular bike. The Tiger 900. This one I think's been ridden to the show. You can see the tyres on the back here have already been scored. It's been ridden to the show. This is an interesting bike. The Trid NT 660. So this is a new for 2024. This has a quick shifter. 660cc. Colour scheme is very nice, I think. It has the Nissin dual calipers at the front, and the disc rotors are 360 or 360, I think, millimeters in diameter. This is the Daytona 660. So this uses the same engine as the one behind, same 660cc engine. So it's the two styles, sporty version or more open version. I think this would make a very nice short touring bike, and it's about $8,000, so price is very reasonable, I think. This is the Royal Enfield. We'll get some pictures again in a minute when we come around. Say that. Yeah. So Royal Enfield, I haven't actually taken any video or pictures yet. I'll actually take some photos of the Royal Enfield. So for 2024, Royal Enfield has become one of the most popular motorcycle manufacturers, which I think is really good considering where they've come from over the years. This is a new bike I haven't heard of before. It's called the Mutt, and their design is very mods and rockers style bike. It's a very heavy duty flat tracker style bike. They're quite interesting in design, I think. But that's it for today. So yeah, thank you today for watching the video. I hope you got something out of it. It wasn't a technical tour of doing reviews of the bikes or anything like that. It was basically a walk around. So yeah, hopefully you could see some bikes and some interesting things. And yeah, I saw a few interesting things. And hope to see you again next time. So thank you very much.